yield back.
Well, thank you, Senator. Now, look, this is the most one of the most alarming things that I've seen in my whole 40 years in the United States Senate. There's a fellow on the other side and a woman on the other side that I do not care for. I care for every one of them. And normally they're very honorable and decent people. That's why it's so shocking to me that they're not here when we've given them every opportunity to be here, and then they file a list of demands just this morning. Now, that's not only ridiculous, it's offensive. We've given them every chance. We've given them all a chance to participate in the hearings. You know, it's a sad time when this bipartisan committee has become a prop in a partisan sideshow. And that's what they've done here this morning. We already know the Democrats are how they're going to vote. They're going to vote against both of these candidates. We know that, which I think in and of itself is reprehensible. A fellow member of Congress, and they're going to vote him down? Now, I have a right to do it. I'd be the first to uphold that right, but it's unbelievable. You know, they're going to vote no. They have made that very clear in their multiple press releases and press conferences. So I think they ought to stop posturing and acting like idiots. Stop holding news conferences and come here and express yourself here and then vote one way or the other. I'd like to see somebody with courage on that other side. All these people are being voted no by all the Democrats. What's the matter with the other party? Are they that bitter about Donald Trump? The answer has to be yes, I guess, but these are people that by any measure are really good people and would really help this country. Even if you disagree with that comment, you still have to admit they're sincerely decent and honorable people. Here's their chance to come and make their case and get this over with. Let me just say that I've been here a long time. I've never seen anything like this before. And I'm really disappointed in my colleagues. I hope that the cameras that are in this room focus on these empty chairs over here. People unwilling to do their duties, to stand up. We know they're going to vote no, which I think in and of itself is reprehensible, especially against a fellow member of Congress, but against Mr. Mnuchin too, because they haven't touched one thing that that would be really effective or good criticism against him. So why not vote? Is all I can say. So I hope the media focus on these empty chairs instead of being in here and doing their jobs. The Democrats are out there holding news conferences in the hallway. So let me make this really clear. I do not want to hear from any of them again about doing our jobs. We're here. They are not. I can get every Republican in this committee here. They're not here. So when I hear about doing their jobs, which they preach about all the time, where are they to do their jobs? And there are very few jobs that are as important as this power in the Constitution to vote on the president's nominees for these cabinet positions. And there's hardly any cabinet position outside of Secretary of State, maybe, that is as important as Treasurer of the United States. And I happen to believe that the position that our fellow colleague from the House has been nominated for is absolutely critical. to our country. Now, to differ, that's one thing. I can live with that. I've differed myself from time to time. But I've always shown up. I've always been willing to talk and express my viewpoint. And we've given plenty of time for them to be here and to show up and to express their viewpoints and then vote one way or the other, knowing that they're all going to vote no. Well, which is ridiculous in and of itself, but I won't criticize that. They have a right to do it. But my gosh, to not be here and participate, that's a total abnegation of their duties as senators. And I think it's pathetic. Senator from Georgia.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your leadership.